Today's video is about grapevine cuttings. And everybody know how to take cuttings. I've got some other videos up if you want to check that out. But these are cuttings here. So are these. These were taken earlier in the year. Does not matter the size of the cuttings. These cuttings here are younger D, and these right here are brand T, I'll call them. That way I know, that's my little system, I know how long they've been in there. This is T, and this one here is D. And out of all of these, I'm going to get at least a certain number to grow. And they're both seedless grapes, so they're very summons after as far as people wanting these varieties. They love the seedless grapes. They just love them. And so I'm all set with grapes. I have 10 total I'm going to grow for myself, my own personal use. And that should be it. And then I got some leaves back here I got to move, but folks, this is just too easy to do. This is just, well, I'm almost finished with moving leaves today. It has been quite a task with the little pitchfork there. I piled up some here, and it'll go down to about 3-4 feet. I think it'll go down further than that actually, probably, start heating up a little bit. It'll depress quite a bit, but I'm using it over here for these plants. You can see this plant here, that's a raspberry. And along this wall is where I put my raspberries. The soil here is definitely improved. I've seen some of in this area here, some of the largest night crawlers I've ever seen. And, these leaves are quite matted down, so they're going to create quite a bit of topsoil as the year pours on. I'll pull it back to do my planting review, and the worms are going to keep working on it all winter long. And over here I put in some grapevines cuttings, and the orchard is really taking off. It's a lot of hard work in the beginning, and then it's a lot of planning involved. And once you get all that out of the way, you have your own food supply that's plentiful, that's more nutritional, and just overall better deal. Here I have my garlic boxes. That'll be enough garlic for myself and family, and that is an awful lot of garlic. And I just keep replanting them each year. I don't go out and buy any more garlic. And these boxes, all you do is feed them up with leaves. I'll cover them with leaves this year, and they will produce some of the best garlic you've ever eaten. Quick look around. This is the top portion up here near the wall. That's where most of my cherry trees are, and the grapevines are all here in this location. Then in this location further over here, where I'm working at now, that's pear trees. And over here, I use this area sort of storage. When they come dump the leaves, they bring them in here, they dump them here. I have good room there. You can put maybe 3,000 pounds of leaves there and not even blink it out. Over here is my worm station, and a different degree of composition with the compost. This is one pile, and then over here there's another pile that's in a different degree of composition. Lots of seeds over here. Lots and lots of seeds from these trees. And this is the side where all the leaves are. Smart moves. Oh, this is really good. Okay. This is my compost that is wet now, and all these leaf piles that were dumped here. About I think about 1,600 pounds were dumped here, and no longer looks like that because I piled a lot of it up over here, and then some of it has actually matted down some. Digging through it, it was warm, it was steaming, releasing a type of gas. I think it's methane gas or something like that. You shouldn't really breathe it in, you know, get down there and breathe it, but let's see some piles of it here. And it's going to produce a lot of good stuff for my garden. These leaves, and look at this pile here. And this year you won't even recognize it's going to go all the way down to a little or nothing, but the worms are going to crawl all through it, and the microorganisms. It's going to make it into a beautiful compost. and I will add grass and all that to it later once we start getting grass clippings. This is my peach tree. Excuse me. This is a pear. I don't know when they produce. This one here is about 3 years old. So this is a Bartlini pear, and this one here is a Duchess. I got that container next to it so that when the guy that's bringing in the leaves is moving around, he don't forget that's there and run into it with his tractor. But all these leaves were brought in, so I want to thank all the people that donated these leaves to me, because that means I don't have to buy fertilizer this year. And this here will help improve my soil fertility. This is my Granny Smith apple tree. It's doing quite well. It's nice and fat and thick, and that was put in about, I want to say about a year ago. And it's nice and healthy and almost ready to get started for the year coming up. This is one of my peach trees, and I'll get some, cherry tree here. This will give me some cherries this year. All right, folks. I got the little light flashing saying the battery's almost gone. So on that note, we're gonna finish it out with some grapevines. This here is connected to the stake. This is a Thompson grape, seedless. All of my grapes are seedless, except, wait a minute, I have one that I just got. Oh, that's perfect. Single stake system. And I'm gonna add 3 more in the background of these grapevines. Grapes are great to have. I'm gonna make jellies, and I'm gonna eat them fresh and that sort of thing. And people say, why don't you make wine? I said, I don't have enough to make wine. Plus, I don't want to make any wine. But who knows? Time will tell. And over here, you got your garlic. I got my little garlic station here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it, my garlic station. And this right here is beautiful stuff here. To have garlic you can cook with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up another little area, because I'm thinking about adding herbs to my garden as well. I've heard a lot of good things about cooking with fresh herbs and lowering the cost overall of buying fresh stuff to cook with your chicken and your beef and your vegetable salads and all. You can just have, like, I got shallots in here, I got garlic, I have onions. I'm going to do quite a bit of onions this year as well. I take one more look at the garden from this angle here, and you get an idea, perspective. This is not all of my garden. This is just part of my garden, and I just want to get an idea. Look at these trees. I mean, I did a lot of hard work in this yard, and it's starting to pay off because I'm doing all the right stuff, which is main thing was adding the wood chips. This little path here, I'm walking down, it was once a area just with hard soil, hard pan soil, and now with the wood chips I can walk on it. I won't hurt the soil. This is my garden. That's all the leaves that were dropped. That's a big pile up there. The trees in the back, you can't really see them, but to my 2 garlic stations there. Beautiful job I did. And all this is waiting to just decay a little more and add to my soil's fertility, and also to feed the life in the soil, and also create a home for the animals that live in the soil. All right, later.